about you every single day and night. I run to you when I'm trying to get my head right. It's like shit, this ain't the same when you out of sight. In hip-hop, I think I need you in my life. I think about you every single day and night. I run to you when I'm trying to get my head right. It's like shit, this ain't the same when you out of sight. In hip-hop, I think I need.
Welcome back to the Pressure Podcast, where we talk about current events through millennial lens. And if you don't know what that is, then odds are you're not a millennial. I am your co-host, Shawray Lorenz, a.k.a. S. Here with your host, Greg J.
What's up, everybody? What's good?
And today we have a very special pod for you, as usual. As a young black man who has been to therapy.
Both of us.
Two young black men who have gone through therapy a few times in our lifetime. It is it's men's mental health month.
Yes.
We want to dive into that. And,
yes.
How we can help one another.
Yes.
How we can reach out to our queens to be more supportive.
Yes.
Help us along the way. And the do's, the don'ts, the ups, the downs, and everything encompassing mental health. So without further ado, Greg J, let's dive in.
Yeah, well, first off, I'd be remiss if I didn't say rest in peace to Marshawn Kneeland for the Cowboys. He was a defensive end player who took his life. We got prayers to his friends and his family and all his loved ones. It's just crazy because you just wonder, like, man, like, he couldn't go ask anyone for help. You know what I mean? Like, and he probably could. Like,
you know what? The answer is always yes.
Yes.
The problem, though, is that
he couldn't ask.
You don't feel like you can ask. And this is someone who's currently going through what I would call a functional depression.
And you can always ask, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing, but you don't feel like it in that moment.
Yeah.
Your thoughts, you want to know what? Your thoughts dictate your feelings. And your thoughts are telling your feelings that you don't want to be a burden to anybody else.
Yeah. That's true.
Like you do. You feel ashamed. And
True.
Or not even ashamed. You just feel hurt and upset. And if I'm speaking from personal experience, I feel lost at times. You know, I know that. I know that you guys will run to my aid. You know, a couple weeks ago, what was that? Like right before I got back from Florida the last time, I text y'all in the group chat and
let's do lunch or dinner.
Yeah, I said let's do. Like I just need to be around some love.
Yeah.
When I say that, it's more of the quote from
Paid in Full. Yeah, he's asking to be around some love.
Literally come out and say that, but the beautiful thing about our friend group is I could actually come out and say that, and they would come to my aid.
Yeah.
Now, there would be some jokes that would make me laugh along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you guys would come to my aid. You know, everybody doesn't have that though. He may not have that friend group. You know, and in his mind, I'm sure he was telling himself that he didn't have that friend group that he.
Yeah, he probably definitely had the friend group, like you said, but it's more what he was telling himself up here, and up here could be your worst enemy.
Yeah, I mean, your emotions, like they feed off of each other. They all dictate, you know, I'm not going to say they all dictate, but they feed off of each other. It's all a balancing act.
And sometimes it's harder because, especially like, I'm so sorry, excuse me, in a sport like football, where like it's such a violent sport and, you know, it's got to be a lot of toxicity in that sport. He probably felt like as a man, he couldn't go to them and be like, hey, you know, like I'm going through this, I'm battling this. And the truth be told is he's probably got 50 other teammates going through the same shit. And, you know what I mean? They just carrying it a little bit better. Everybody's going through something. We're just masking it. Today's time period.
To my knowledge, from the people that I follow, the dollar is worth $51 less than what it was pre-COVID.
I mean,
wages ain't been jumping.
even if you have money, money don't.
I know plenty of people with money who are miserable.
They say money don't exclude you from it. I mean, we see it all the time. These people, multi-millionaires, take their life. Now, from my South Side view, I'd be wondering like, you was living in that, but hey, that's where you gotta get in grace and be like, hey, you don't know what this person was going through.
True. I mean, think about it like this: to get to the top financially.
Mm-hmm.
To get to the top financially, and
You gotta be like the top 1%.
Well, no, not even 1%. Let's say that you're just living very comfortably. You make between $250 and $500K a year, and still not be happy. That would be devastating.
That would be.
That would be devastating.
That would be.
You know, middle class. That's the dream for us.
Yeah.
So think about it. You hit your dream, and 6 months in, you realize like, I'm still unfulfilled. And I'm not going to say that that's what
that part was going through. Yeah. We don't know what he was going through.
I have no idea what that young brother was going through.
Right.
But whatever it is, or whatever it was, it's a shame that he didn't know it wasn't worth ending it.
Yeah.
Over it. I'll be vulnerable and transparent. The second time that I thought about killing myself, but then I just wanted to die. It was a pastor who was he was akin to a girl that I was dating at the time. And he told me, he was like, I'm not dismissing your feelings, but it's very selfish. Think about how many people it would hurt. How many people that would be negatively affected by it. And in your mind, you're the only one who's being positively affected by it. Taking your own life, and it's in that moment, it wasn't what I wanted to hear. There was nothing coddling, comforting about it, but it was real, and it stuck with me in the time since. And now that, I have the means and the resources to have gone to therapy, it's something that I've been able to carry with me in those moments where I'm like, damn, I don't even know if I want to do this anymore. I'm just tired.
Yeah, man. And it's like, I'm not saying everybody goes through that or gets there, but it's like when you do get there, you do realize it's a selfish act, and then you realize it's going to impact the people that care about you more than you even know. Because, yeah, you might have, I guess, freed yourself from this earthly pain, but the people that you left behind, the remnants, that's the.
And it's crazy because I know what it's like losing CJ.
Yeah.
Losing CJ,
same.
You guys were thick as thieves at that point in time.
And I compared it to a scar. And because people be like, oh, time heals all wounds. Yeah, but the scar remains. And
I do agree with.
That's what it is.
Saying, but some wounds are so deep.
Yeah.
That it's never truly healed. It's just concealed, and it's concealed, and it's, dare I say, okay. But it's never truly healed.
Yeah.
Not that kind of. Especially if that young man has a brother or a sister or a mother or father that were active in his life.
Yeah, like that type of grief is, people don't realize it does something to you. It changes you forever. And then
CJ, it'll be 7 years this year, I think. Yeah, this will be 26. CJ passed in 29.
Yeah, it'll be 7 years. Yeah.
It's not been the same since. My trajectory, that upward trajectory that I was on when y'all left California, last time we were all together.
Yeah.
I have not since been anywhere near that trajectory.
It always messes me. That was the last time I physically saw him on this earth. That was the last time in person. We had FaceTime.
It's the same for me because I was in California.
Yeah.
I knew what he was going through prior to that, like the mental health issues that he was dealing with prior to that. I knew what he was going through. And there were times where, in hindsight, in hindsight, I wish that I would have came back, took some time off of work, came back to be there by his side, or just, if I had to part ways with my job, to be there by his side, whether he was still going to pass the way that he passed or not. I wish I would have been there.
Man, I was going through like a hard time, like a real like hard time, like I wouldn't like come out the house one time. He knew it, like he just popped up, and I'm like, you know how I be, the house be dark, shit be gloomy, and he was like, man, quit worrying about that shit, like it's gonna be all right. And like he was like, and it wasn't just me. Like my mom was depressed. Like, he was like, man, like y'all gotta shake out of that. He was like, I ain't never seen you like this. Like it's gonna be all right. And like we ended up having like the best time. Like the best time. We ended up playing cards, laughing, listening to music. He just uplifted us to like, okay, yeah, we needed that. And so like the void of that being gone is just like damn, man, like damn, like it just, I don't know, it just,
You don't realize
it's a void.
how blue a person is
Yeah,
until they're no longer here.
right.
I can say the same with my Uncle Chrissy. My Uncle Chrissy passed, God rest his soul. I look back at my dad, my dad's never been the same. There is a sadness and a pain that lives deep within my dad that wasn't there prior to my Uncle Chrissy's passing. I see the way that our family, like, we wasn't big on family reunions or anything.
Yeah.
Many of our cousins came in from out of town, whether it was Columbus or Kentucky or Kansas City. Like, he made sure that the rounds were being made and that, different family members were popping in to champion whoever was there. Birthdays and things of that nature. So,
I mean, some people just are a joy to be around.
Yeah.
And when a person like that is like super cool and a joy to be around, and you lose them, it's hard. Like, my cousin, his cousin got killed, and I remember him saying to me, and I was like really too like young to understand because I was kind of younger at that point. And I was like, man, I was like, probably stupidly asked him this question. I said, how do you feel? I was just trying to gauge to see how he feel. He was like, I feel terrible. It was like, we were close. We were cousins, but we were more like brothers. So I wake up in the middle of the night. I got a shake. I have nightmares. Like, we did everything together. Kind of like how me and you do. Like they would go to Vegas together. Like, Bahamas, Miami. And like, all of a sudden, his cousin, which is more like his brother, is gone. Like, in a blink of a...
And that's how it is. And, and I'm speaking from the perspective of this young man's family.
Mm-hmm.
What he doesn't realize, or what he didn't realize, is now their world has stopped, but the rest of the world has kept going.
Mm-hmm.
And on how deep that bond was, and how close they were, and what mental health care they had access to, I feel like I've never caught up. I haven't caught back up yet. I was so lost in my grief and what had happened.
And let me be the first to say, black men in particular, but any men or anybody out there, it's okay to go to therapy. It is okay to go to therapy.
Okay, go do it.
Yeah.
If the homies or, the big homies, little homies, the people that you look up to, they give you a negative response to it, so be it. In that moment, fuck them. It's about you. Like, for real, it's about you and your health and your well-being.
Yeah.
And what works for them may not work for you.
Facts.
I know people who, we know plenty of cats who, shout out to Tay-Tay, shout out to Brady. That's a therapist.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. Facts.
Some people, that's all they need.
Yeah.
Get it off of their chest.
Yeah, facts.
Everybody else doesn't work like that. And my experience with therapy was, not only did I have to get it off my chest, I needed some direction for the answers that I ultimately already knew. I just needed somebody to ask 2 or 3 more questions It directs me to that answer that I already knew.
For me, it was a safe space to let out all my emotions. Emotions I didn't really know I had in. Now, 'cause I people think like I'm really a guarded, private person. So like, if I let you into my world.
Emotionally mature person for you've always been more emotionally mature than people in our age group. And I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you good. You good. That's because maybe I had to be. I guess I don't know. Yeah, I probably had to be. You know, life kind of just came at me that way, and I had to be that way. But yeah, like therapy for me was just like I was holding on to things I didn't really realize I was holding on to like feelings and emotions that I thought I was okay with, but I was just suppressing them. And
I mean, it's a beautiful thing that you went to therapy when you did, like as a kid.
yeah,
Because
I mean, even now,
I know
go ahead.
I never grew out of the suppressing said emotions.
Oh, okay.
I never grew out
Okay,
of it.
okay.
It's hard. And at this age, it's
Yeah.
a very hard habit to break. I think that I can break it, absolutely. But it takes a lot. There's a fear that's accompanied with it because it's so, the outcomes are so unknown.
It's raw.
It's raw. And for the longest time, like that's where, my therapist has been like, you have to tell little Shotty that it's okay. He doesn't have to keep holding on to those things for you. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to spaz out. I used to tell somebody where to go and how to get there. And we can sort it out later. I'm still gonna love you, but we can sort it out later. And I know that's not.
I'm sorry.
That's not what you do as an adult.
I'm not laughing.
But that's not. No, it's funny. It's funny. You was there. You've seen.
Yeah. I've seen them.
Where
Yeah.
to remind people like.
Yeah.
If I'm taking the smoke, if we going for smoke, I'm gonna put your ass in cardiac arrest.
Once again, I'm not laughing. I need the audience to understand. I'm laughing.
I want you to laugh. Like you're somebody. This is a safe space. You laughing at me is not comforting, but it's funny. It's fun.
I just
said earlier, like this, it's a safe space.
I just need the audience to know I'm not laughing at him. It's just the way he's telling the story. I know he's dead serious, and I've witnessed some of these blow ups. He's a lot better.
The ones that you witnessed were all because there was so much pressure from the suppression that it just.
And I was very tied into that. I was at a funeral weeks ago, and I was crying and stuff. And I you know what I realized? I don't be crying. I be suppressed. And like, when I cry, it's always like powerful cries, and I'm like, nigga, I'm suppressed. I realized that I told my therapist, I was like, I'm fucking suppressing my emotions. I'm just going through the motions, being human. Like if I'm not happy, if I'm not upset, I'll be suppressing crying. And she was like, you can't do that. You gotta feel. You gotta be human.
Listen, man, it's very human to cry. Unfortunately, our generation, along with, I would say not even the last, I would say from our generation to the 5 to 10 generations prior to us, we weren't allowed to cry.
Correct.
Like, big boys don't cry. Strong men don't cry. And it's one of those things where I wish I could cry. I really do. Like, I have to. The last time I cried, I came in and my lady was out of town. The kids were with their auntie, and it was just me and Bugsy, and I had been out drinking with Wayne. And
I'm sorry. The picture you're painting. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'd been out drinking. And he dropped me off. I left my car at O'Connor's that night. Coming in, I'm on the couch, and it all just hit me like a ton of bricks. And I was able to cry. And Bugsy, my little Frenchie, he just came up and cuddled me, and I just laid on the couch and cried. I fell asleep.
You were just crying to cry, or like?
No. I mean,
Cry because you was alone?
It had everything to do with I've been suppressing with CJ. But
Oh, okay.
I didn't know how bad my suppression was.
Okay.
But no, I mean, like we've been trained to believe that we can't cry.
Yeah.
It's terrible, and crying,
It
releases.
Yeah, it releases so much, because like, boys don't cry. That's what we're talking. No,
Cry. Like,
bullshit. Cry if you gotta fucking feel that shit. Fucking feel that shit.
We ain't telling you to cry all the time.
Yeah. Definitely.
But if you feel the need to cry,
Yes, and if you alone, cry. Like, but
that's a way to let it go. And my thing is,
I'm talking about I don't be crying like for like 18 months, like every 18 months, every 19, like that's not healthy.
But I mean, in the same breath, you're not, like you said, you're not allowing yourself to feel.
Yeah.
And I don't allow myself to feel, and I know it.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to get out of this terrible cycle, aside from going back to therapy, which, is
See,
just a financial thing.
like, but the one thing I like about my job, we have a clinic that offers a mental wellness thing, so that's like such a added bonus, underrated bonus, and how would I put this? Yeah, we need more stuff like that. We need more stuff because the day to day is just so hard. And that's the one thing I like about why we call this stuff our podcast, the Pressure Podcast, because that's what it is. It's everyday pressure, everyday life's pressure, and this shit can break you down. That's why I do the meditating, I do the walking when the weather permits, because when it's cold, I'm not doing it. God bless. Yeah.
Aside from wanting to stay mental and physical health, it's a huge token to my mental health.
My work schedule is terrible right now, so I only do 30 minutes of exercise. Sorry, push-ups, sit-ups, and a little Reg Fit. Shout out to Reg Fit. But I take time for myself. I take time to be a human. We're not robots. When I had a lady partner, I used to tell her, she used to always be like, you're emotional. Yeah, I'm not a robot. I'm a human being. And you're not about to tell me if you make me upset, I can't express that to you. And if I can express it to you, you could no longer be in my life.
You know what's crazy? Is I was the exact opposite. Women would beg me for some kind of emotional response, and I'm a robot. Like I don't want to feel. I choose what feelings I feel, and even then, I don't choose to feel them for long. Especially if they're negative feelings. I can tell you, it's never been in my best interest to do that.
If you make me feel away, if you make me feel upset, if we're in a relationship, I should be able to tell you, you make me feel upset.
Absolutely.
That's not sassy.
You want to go down this rabbit hole? Like, because most of us were not allowed to do that.
Well, that's not a relationship.
Safe space to do that.
That's not. Yeah, I'm not going to be in an unsafe space. Listen. I think in life, I told one of our dear friends this, and she's going through separation. I told her, I said, sometimes it's better to admit that you walked into the wrong door than to stay in a room where you're not valued or respected in.
Okay.
That's how it is, man. Like, I'm not letting anybody deteriorate my mental health. That's why every time I'm around you or anybody else, I try to bring joy. I try to be high energy, high functioning.
I mean, and typically you are. The only time you get out of that element is if we go into music or sports, something that you're super passionate about. And this is the only time I can see you be dismissive, but not negative, if that makes sense.
Oh, if Ohio State loses, I'm bad. Well, I took that back.
Nah, hey, we used to be worse.
Way worse. I took that. Like, they could go out tomorrow, it would suck. If they lost, I would go about my day. That game in a couple weeks after Thanksgiving, I didn't know to win that game, man. I didn't know. That game lasted 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago. You just went to sleep for like 6 hours.
I thought that we had what we needed to win, but I was unsure about our quarterback at the time. But long story short, we didn't come out with a W, and I had to go upstairs and take a nap. I was very remiss that I opened up the house to everybody being there at that point because I was not being a good host. But yeah, man, it's I think it's sad that men our age feel like we can't open up about our feelings. We're not allowed to have feelings. Because typically when we do have feelings, and I can only say this in a more of a romantic or intimate sense, our feelings, our negative feelings will upset our partners at times, which makes us feel like, or speaking from personal experience, makes me feel like I shouldn't say anything at all. Now she's upset, and it feels like nothing is being accomplished.
Yeah.
Upset because I was upset, because you're upset because I was upset, and now instead of being able to vent and walk away and feel like we have a solution, now I got to deal with her being upset.
Yeah, I feel like when your partner's upset, you got to be able to acknowledge it and then be able to accountable. Like, okay, I seen that point of view. I can see that point of view. Like, yeah, I can see where that hurt you, and I apologize. And moving forward, I will do better.
Okay, can you agree to disagree?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Can you say, hey, like,
Absolutely.
I understand that what I said made you feel that way,
Absolutely.
and it upset you.
But I did feel that way at that time, and there's two things can be true.
Oh yeah.
Two things
for me,
can be true.
While I'm sorry it made you feel that way, I meant what I said in that moment. A,
Correct.
And B, I disagree with how you understood what I said.
Or how you received it.
Yeah, how you received it.
Yeah.
You know,
Two things can be true for sure, and a lot of people can't come to that common ground. Yeah. They cannot come. I call it the law of 10.
Elaborate, please.
There's more than one way to get to 10. There's 7 plus 3, there's 6 plus 4, 8 plus 2, 5 plus 9 plus 1. It's the law of 10.
8 and 2.
Yeah, there's more than one way to see things, and as long as you're able to do that and able to receive and perceive that, I think it can be smooth.
I mean, we're all adults.
Yeah.
We've all made it through high school.
Yeah.
I think in the moment, most women struggle to be that open unless you remind them. Like, hey, I mean, that's something. I'm gonna start running with this rule of 10.
Law of 10.
Hey, there's more than one way to get to 10.
Yeah.
Let's figure it out.
Yeah.
Before we get upset.
I've actually had women say that to me. Like, I see that point of view. You're right. Now they're the 0.1%, the unicorns. They're out of stock on Amazon. Those are unicorns. Those are unicorns. If you, man, listen.
I seen some girl post something the other day talking about holding men to accountability, and everything I had not to say, hey, like, hello pot, meet kettle, because this is definitely y'all's area of unexpertise.
Correct.
I mean, while I feel like men and pop culture have enabled this, it's a wild truth. But, to circle back to our original topic, which is, men's mental health, all these things play a role, specifically your relationships. And intimate relationships would probably be in number one, but, I mean, what would you call a close second? In my mind, I would say your career. Or would you say extended family? Like, where do you have that?
I would say career, work life, and then, your extended family, your friends.
Okay, so, let's segue into work-life balance.
Yeah.
I'm told that
takes
on your mental health.
Work in itself is pretty exhausting mentally. one from a physical standpoint for me because of the hours I work, and then from the other point of the industry I'm in, and dealing with like government shutdowns and stuff like that. So that could be very taxing mentally. So what I do is a whole hour before I go to work, I literally meditate for 25 to 30 minutes. 25 to 30 minutes. And if I don't get to do that, like the other day when when you get to the pod, I put in my headphones. I hope nobody see this from my job. When the office people leave, I put it I put the YouTube meditation playlist on it. I'm watching the parts and I'm running my machine, but that playlist is spot. I gotta have it. I gotta have 30 minutes of it, because if not, I might be liable to go Southside.
Well, here's the sad truth: is it makes you a better employee.
Yeah, it does. It does.
These are precautionary things that we do to make sure that I'm the best employee.
Yeah.
It's funny, when we first got this big contract, the one that I've been in and out of Florida with, we ended up doing a surgery prior to the contract actually starting, and they called me to go down. And my VP of operations hit me up. We're texting, and he's like, I forget exactly what he said, but it was something along the lines of, hey, get there early, take it seriously,
Yeah.
make sure, he's huge on first impressions.
Oh, okay. First impressions are huge.
Which is a big reason as to why they've sent me out first.
Okay.
And, in the past. And he received this so well. I said, I'm getting in around 5 o'clock. I'm going to go grab something to eat. My hotel's 15 minutes from the place. I'm going to make sure that I get some good meditation and visualization of how I want to go.
Yes. Yes.
From there.
Yes.
And when I tell you, it was huge, because there were a couple stumbling blocks in place. I was able to navigate my way around those, no pun intended. And without getting upset, without getting flustered or frustrated, everything was seamless that day. Seamless.
Yeah. And that's so huge. Like today, you saw where I was getting overstimulated, and you're just like, breathe. And I was like, all right. So then I came down here. I got I did like a little 5-minute. I got that little energy playlist that Kevin sent us, and I just
our A&R, our executive producer, editor,
yeah.
guy.
So I was listening to that for like 5-10 minutes, and I was like, all right. And I was like, all right. Now you see, like, I'm way better. You see, like, the energy is just flowing through me. Like, you see, I was like, oh, I'm happy. Music, I'm happy. Like, I was like, I needed it. I had to have it.
So Kevin and I are in the same mindset group. And,
oh, okay.
Our mantra is as happy as possible, as often as possible.
I like that.
And that's something to really.
Now who has that, Jeff?
No. I don't know if he wants me to put it.
Okay, never mind. Go ahead. No, it's fine. We'll talk about that off here.
He's a great dude.
Is he from here? Is he from Clark County? Okay.
He graduated from South.
Oh, I know you're talking about. No, none of these no names.
Yeah, I mean, like, people look at him like he's crazy, but he's not. Like, he's teaching mental health and mental wellness.
It's so huge. Yes.
Stay in a good space, because if you're in a good space, you can navigate around things much easier than when you're in a bad space.
Now, real quick, when we're younger, I think, because like sports creates obstacles, right? So like when you're younger, you're able to like face obstacles, I think, a lot better. When you get older and you're not in sports and then you're like, how do I deal with the obstacles? And that's, you have to mentally reprogram yourself to be like, okay, it's just like we playing team A and they're tough defense, and You're preparing. That's what life is. And that's why I tell people I love football, because football is just like life. It's hard. It's hard. And the minute you don't like,
Well, I would say basketball is probably more of this, but it's a constant back and forth.
yeah, it's a battle of toughness. And I used to always tell people, the people who don't like to get hit, don't like the contact, they the ones like basketball. The football play, because I mean, you have to me, I think kind of look, you got to be insane to love the game, because you got to sacrifice so much.
The moments that I sucked at football, I didn't allow myself to go to that place in my mind.
Yeah, you got to sacrifice. Like you have to. Like, I think my first 2 years, I was like, I used to always go into like summer camp out of shape. Like, I used to hate doing those, or the, like, you like run. They call them suicides. What else do they call? Like, you run.
Suicide.
But there's another drill for it in football. I forget what they call it, but like run, touch the line, run, and I freaking hated it. I'd be out there throwing up. Ask Mikey, Corey, throwing up. I'm cheating. I used to have the whole team running, because they be like hit the fence, and it'd be like a mile long. I'm running. I'm turning around midway. It's like, you need to run down. Hey, I used to have Mikey Piss, Stucky, like all of them. They used to be like, you motherfucker. They be like, nope. Everybody got to run because January cheated. So like, man, eventually they're like, there's like hills in my neighborhood. So like, it took me like 2 years to figure out, like, at June, I'm gonna start running them fucking hills. I'm gonna be mentally prepared. I know football's coming in August. So I got June, I got July, I got all that time to get ready. And then it finally got to the point, like, okay, yeah, he's conditioned. Then we would ride bikes. Me and Mikey would ride our bikes to Yellow Springs. That's not a 7th grade. That's not a yeah. So we would like yeah, on the bike trail. We used to ride the bike trail from where we lived, from St. Lane to Yellow Springs, the town.
I know, but I'm like, did y'all go out towards So preparation. I think that preparation, based off of what you just said, running them hills, riding that bike from Sunnyland all the way out to Yellow Springs, I think that played a huge role in your preparation. But I think as adults, the question stems what can we do preparation-wise to help eradicate depression and mental health, like whether it's family, work-life balance.
I have a lot of suggestions.
All right, I'm here for it.
One, the thing you did earlier today, the gym. The gym combats depression.
Man,
that's what I want to tell you. It combats. 2, find something that you're passionate about. And go crazy about that passion. And that'll help. That'll help you. 3, don't be idle.
Idle mind is the devil's playground.
When you're idle, and I've noticed it just really with me in the last few. We potted so much in the last month and a half that I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't have time to really sit back and think about what's going on. We got a lot of stuff that we're trying to do, and this takes a lot of time, effort, energy, and
it does, man. I mean, but we've had a beautiful outcome. Like, yeah, I'm ready. Like, I'm so close to putting everything out.
Yeah. Like it's crazy. I was just being funny on my Snapchat and just showing people like, hey, we're doing outtakes or whatever. Just now. And then just 3 people hit me up and say, hey, where can we listen to it at? So that's just right there. Just like you said, not being idle, finding a passion, the gym, just finding something that you care about and just pouring yourself into that.
So the biggest thing nowadays, and I know where I'm going to spin it. Most people don't. Most people would say, "Well, I don't have the time to pour into it." Well, you got to make the time.
You gotta make the time, sure.
The biggest thing that I've done is start paying attention to my screen time. When I'm at work, it sickens me how much screen time that I have, and if I can, take that time and put it into something productive like this, it makes me feel better.
Now, you know this, but the audience doesn't know this. I don't have that problem. Used to, but he'll tell you, I'll turn my phone off for 3 hours.
Man, listen. So you gotta pull up.
Yeah, I'll turn my phone off for 3 hours because of that right there. That right there is I'm glad we're gonna segue into that. Unplug. Ladies, gentlemen, kids, unplug. Unplug. I used to be one of people. I'll be on Facebook all day, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, now TikTok. Just scrolling away. Just scrolling away. Could have been exercising. Could have been doing meditation. Could have been doing meditation. Could have been earthing, grounding, whatever you want to call it. Walking, hiking.
I'm salty. It's been too cold this week for me to want to go out and ground. The last couple of weeks, I've been able to go out and ground first thing in the morning. Now I'm like, man, it's 40 degrees outside.
Yeah. Ain't grounding or anything. Unplug. Read it.
So much to unpack.
I finished this book a few weeks ago. It's called Self-Care for Black Men: 100 Ways to Heal and Liberate. The author's name, I'm not even going to try to butcher it, but it's a great book. Find a book. Maybe try liking art. Unplug. These phones will have you comparing your life to people you don't know who are probably not in themselves a good space, and that's not good for you because that's not reality. Comparison is a thief of joy. In this life while we're here, and we're only here for a limited time, find joy. Find joy. Because here's reality. We got more time behind us than we do ahead of us. That's the way that life is set up, because there's no guarantees for tomorrow. There are no guarantees for tomorrow. Tomorrow does not exist. Only right now does. Be present. Get out your phone and be present.
Hey, man, that's huge. That is huge. You touched on so many big spots.
I almost lost my life last year. The one thing that sticks with me even to this day is I didn't make no impact. That's what life is. Between your you got the day you're born, in between that dash, what was your impact?
In the dash, like when you see it on a headstone or when you read it in the news, it's so small.
What was your impact? What was your impact? I stopped being negative. I stopped eating certain foods. I miss Big Macs like a motherfucking man. Like you see, you laughing, man. It's almost emotional. Nah, you good. Nah, laugh, because that was crazy. That was some fat boy shit. But man, I miss Big Macs like a motherfucking man. But you know what's crazy? I even feel in my body. I feel better.
Yeah.
Like that's so wild. That's so wild. Like and like. I thought I loved pizza, but I ain't a Ninja Turtle. I can't eat pizza every day.
We are Cassano, like we've grown up Cassano junkies.
Yeah.
Like got it down to an art. Extra large pepperoni, light salt.
No salt now.
Only from this location.
Yeah. So like, man, a year and a half ago, I would have had Casanos 4 times already. I've had Casanos once this week. I haven't had it once.
I haven't had it once this week. I think I had it the week that I got back. Yeah, definitely the week I got back from Florida. Actually, a Casano.
There's nothing wrong with that. But I think I might have had it 2 weeks ago for the football game. But yeah, like, just, man, you gotta find certain things to bring you joy. And it's crazy because, like, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna lie, I could be this honest with y'all and vulnerable with y'all. It took me almost to die to be like, holy shit, wake up.
Yeah, and it's crazy because
Wake up.
When that situation happened today, like your mom called me, and all she said was his blood pressure's up.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
remember I was in the middle of cooking dinner for the family, and I'm like, Joe, like I'm gonna have to run up to Kettering Health after this. I gotta go check on Greg.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. You know, long story short, his blood pressure did not drop low enough for me to even be able to take him up to the hospital up the road. Like they had to put him in the ambulance, but it's one of those things where it became real, and that little bit of, for me, that time for me leaving the house to you getting in the ambulance and then me meeting you back up at Stone. Like it, in that 2-3 hour stretch, it was, dear God, you know, I can't take this again.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I can't lose another brother. Like I can't.
And you know what's crazy? First of all, thank you to all the people at Showing. Thank you very much for your support and your care. But with that being said, I think seeing that look on your face was kind of like, holy shit, I had to make lifestyle changes.
Yeah,
like
this is real.
Yes, and it scared and then the doctor was like, "Hey, you should be alive right now." I was like, "Oh," like I got the like the eyes coming out of my head, like what the hell? And we had lunch last Friday at Beaver Creek Mall.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlie's. Now, anybody who knows me knows when I go to Charlie's, I get 2 steaks. Yeah, I'm not afraid to say it. I got 2 steaks. Last week I got 1. Lifestyle change. Lifestyle change, man. Like, can't do it. Certain things I can't consume. I can't drink Hennessy every day. I used to drink every day. I don't drink every day. I drink on occasions. Celebratory. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got to pour one. We're going to go ahead and pour one. Why? Because we was going through things, and I was using that as a crutch. Now I'm free from all these things. I'm taking in certain things. Listen, one thing about me now, flowers gonna grow where I'm staying. Flowers gonna grow. Anything that's toxic has to go. I don't care if you're pretty, you have to go. I don't care if you have aquatic middle part, you have to go. I'm keeping it Disney Plus. I'm keeping it Disney Plus for people who's riding the cars with the kids. Yeah, if you're aquatic, you gotta go. If you're not about being a safe space and being my peace, you have to go. Well, not being my peace, but at least a part of my peace.
Yeah. No, you can't disrupt my peace.
That part. That part.
That type of shit is.
I have to want to be around you.
The only exceptions are children.
Correct.
The only exceptions to that rule are children.
Correct.
If you're an adult acting like that in my space, it's a problem.
Yeah, man. I had to completely reinvent myself. Like, when I got back from the hospital, it took me, Joanna, to tell you, I could barely even walk. I was like struggling to walk. I ain't never going through that shit again. Like, I went to my doctor 2 weeks ago, and this woman is, first of all, she's the nicest woman in the world. Second of all, she was like crying. She gave me a hug. And I was like, what's wrong? She was like, your blood work is so great. Everything is great. Like, you've lost weight. You look great. You listen to my medical advice. And I was like, I almost died, woman. And she was like, you'd be surprised. And I was like, dang, dang, you'd be surprised. That kind of like took me into shock. Like, dang, people almost die and don't listen. They don't make changes. And then I thought, give them some grace. People are fighting battles.
Oh, absolutely.
It's easy to just keep saying or keep doing what you've been doing. And I was like, dang, let me say prayers for them people, because.
Yeah, and you know what? It's crazy.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Certain people won't believe me, and I'm okay with that. When I would when I would go vegan, whether it was the Daniel fast at the beginning of the year with the church, or if I just felt like I needed to cleanse myself. Excuse me.
All right.
I did feel better, and I've heard the term from other people that I follow on, or not the term, but I've heard the reasoning from other people that I follow on, whether it's YouTube or Instagram, but you put living foods in your body, you're giving yourself life. So, fruit, vegetables, whether it's raw vegetables or cooked vegetables, but I always felt lighter on myself, or lighter on my feet. So I think that's huge, but I also think that we need to be cognizant of what we're eating, or better yet, what we're taking in and how it's making us feel. What we're taking in and how it's making us feel. Whether that's food, radio, podcasts, TV. As men and women from our generation, we weren't told that these things would play such a huge role in us, but you end up being what you take in. And that's, if all you take in is drill music and a lot of, drill music and whatever negativity that you're getting on Facebook and the comparison that you're having on Instagram, that's not going to leave you in a place filled with life.
Okay.
So yeah, if you're not in that good space and place because this is all you're taking in, why not? I mean, is it worth a shot to unplug for a little while?
Yeah.
And try something different?
I think you hit it on now. What you consume is everything. Everything. And me and you we talked about this actually off pod, but I'm glad you brought that up about the consume. Me and you are 37.
I'll take 37.
Yeah. So when we watch things like Power and BMF and listen to drill music, we have the wherewithal to be like, okay, this is entertainment.
This is art entertainment.
Yeah.
Art imitating life.
Yes, this is entertainment. A younger person that consumes this does not know that. Their mental, the mental frontal.
Yeah, that frontal cortex is not.
It's not developed.
And I can say that because at the tender age of 8, I wanted to be just like Pop.
No, hold on. Let me tie this bow. You take what they consume, right? And you mix their environment, right? That's what we get. That's how you get YNs. And
No male presence in the house.
that's how you get YNs. We
Mom can only do so much after a certain age.
We are the last generation with real grannies.
Man, preach.
And
Is your great granny or your grandma?
yeah, we're the last generation with real grannies.
Blessed to have a great grandma, 2 great grandmas.
And
3.
I dare not say we one of the last few generations who were actually to some degree in church. These young kids ain't in church. Their church is NBA Youngboy. Their church is BMF, Power.
I'm somebody who, the older I get, the more spiritual I become and way less religious.
Same.
My focus is to have a deep relationship with Christ. But I'm not afraid to
Be open to other ideas.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to hear people out. I would rather than me beat you over the head with the word of God, I would rather you see how I live my life, how I treat people.
Yeah, I agree.
The respect that I have for people, whether they're Christian, Muslim, Jewish, how I don't treat them any different. I lead with respect, and I try to speak in love and do all things in love and say, hey, I wonder what he's got and how he got it. And I can tell you at that point, it was my relationship with Christ. Like, I would rather have such a positive influence that through my actions and the way that I live, that people would come to Christ rather than me. I mean, because most of the time when especially with these young kids, man, you start dropping knowledge and through the word in a way that they can't receive, they walk away from it.
Yeah, definitely. And honestly, I think you have to go into the world sometimes to be able to relate to them. You know what I mean? I tell them like this: listen, you don't gotta listen to me, but I was once your age.
Yeah.
And even when you know everything, you don't know enough. You don't know enough.
That is crucial.
I'd also tell them, listen, just take the time and just try to listen, try to receive the information, and then maybe you can see things from a different lens. Maybe you can see it different from the law of 10. And, if you listen, cool. If you not, hey, everybody's not going to be saved. I realize that. We might as well go ahead and get the GoFundMes and the fish fries ready. Everybody's not going to be saved. And that's not...
would like to reduce the number.
True. And I'm not trying to be negative. That's just me being realistic. And I understand. I used to get mad when Dr. Umar said that he wasn't going to be able to psychologize a lot of these fools off the corner, but he was right. See?
I'm sorry. It was the way that he said it.
Yeah. That's why I said I'm not being negative. This is me not being negative. This is me being realistic and seeing it from a clear view. Like, from a clear view. I want to reach you guys. I want you guys to see 35. Like,
we want you to succeed.
I want you.
Especially here in Springfield.
Like they joke with me at the job because I work with the young kids on second. And they're like, "You OG, you unk." And I'm like, "That's the goal, fellas. That's the goal, fellas." I'm not trying to, and I told them this in a respectful way. I said, I'm not trying to be mean, but a lot of your friends are dead or in prison. I was like, I have friends that are dead. I have friends that are in prison. I don't want that for y'all. Y'all 22 and 23, like,
so much life to live.
Yes, your whole life is ahead of you, potentially, if you do the things that you are supposed to do. Now, if you go down this path, that path's very limited. This ain't TV. This is real life. This is real life. You play them games if you want to. The judge is going to exchange your life, and he's going to go play golf at the country club. He's going to go about his day. He's going to slam that gavel. He's going to go play golf. After giving you 30 years, he's going to sleep really good.
And the sad part is, at that point, he's just doing his job.
So, I'm going to end it with this. Young people, especially young black people, live a good, positive life. Unplug from these phones. And be the best version of yourself, whatever that looks like.
Take the steps to be the best version of yourself. And I realized that we didn't dive into a lot of steps that these young kids could take.
Well,
to be the best version of yourself.
I didn't dive into that because I don't think there's a manual.
I mean, well, let's leave them with something. Let's leave them with some of the things. Let's each leave them with two things that helped us.
Listen.
And we haven't even reached the best version of ourselves. Help us release.
I think that in this life, I think you got to go by experiencing the things you do. Because experience the best teacher. It is. It is. I can sit here and these people that sell these how-to books and how to do experience is the best teacher in life. I'm telling you, experience is the best teacher. So I don't got no how-to steps. If you got how-to steps, by all means,
no.
but
I'm talking about being a better version of yourself. What steps did you take? I mean, because you're saying experience is the best teacher.
Well,
These how-to books are speaking from a place of personal experience.
What?
You want to go or you want me to go?
Well, I mean, what I did was just like you said. I realized my screen time was too crazy, and I just unplugged from that shit. I don't need to be on my phone for 6-7 hours a day. I remember one time I got a notification from my phone. It's like, yeah, you've been on your phone for 9 hours. I was like, what the fuck? I'm on my phone for 9 hours. I deep sleeped all my apps. I turned it off. 3 hours. Yeah, just unplug. Just unplug, man, and find joy in things. I find joy in doing this. I find joy in trying to be creative because we got a lot
So do the things that make you happy.
Yes.
Spend more time doing that.
Yes.
For me, I would say I'm a huge advocate for therapy. If you're angry, find somebody or sad or upset on a consistent basis.
That's right.
And you notice that these are cycles and things that are happening more often than you care for, find somebody to go talk to it about. If you have insurance, you can find a good therapist through your insurance. If you don't have insurance, you can pay out of pocket if that, if that's an option. And a lot of times, as long as you're not really killing the insurance and you got a decent insurance provider, they'll reimburse you as long as you got the receipts. So I think that's a huge step right there. And meditation, man. I am someone who learned how to meditate through YouTube and Spotify, just different apps. And to be real with you, you want to know the first time I ever meditated? And it'll make you laugh. The first time I ever meditated, I did it as a joke. I was in 5th grade.
I know.
My thumb was broken. And it was like last week of school, and I was reciting the words from Ace Ventura when he went to Africa. Like when he was doing the alrighty then chant.
Yeah.
Like that was it. But I remember just the place that I was going in my head. I was there for like 5 minutes, didn't say a word, and they thought I was tripping. But it could be as simple as you starting out with 2 to 5 minute meditations and stepping up to 30, or it's just play with it until you find your way. When you find your way, you're good to go, man. But don't be afraid to find some different outlets. And if you if you in the city, or if you find us on Instagram or Facebook, whatever the case may be, shoot us a text. Like, hey, listen, I'm always here to offer some positivity, especially to somebody who's in a dark spot. The world is a much better place with you here than without you.
I agree with that. That being said, to the listeners, we love you. You are loved.
Do all things in love.
That's so real, so true. We need to get this off, man. This genuinely.
Today was like all improv.
All improv. Like we didn't have no script. We just kind of ran with. But we did recognize that it was mental. Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
If you've got any questions, comments, we'll read through the comments.
Definitely.
If y'all want us to dive back into some of the outlets that we threw out there any deeper, just leave it in the comments, man.
Yeah, definitely. We will reply to you in the comments, and like I said, we're definitely not afraid to, like you said, message you back, and because we're very both like big personalities, big easygoing. So yeah, Yeah, chill for sure. So
Listen, whether we here for a long time or not, we're here for a good time.
we definitely here for a good time.
Yeah.
So
yeah, please don't be afraid to reach out to us. But again, just do all things in love and know that you are loved, whether you feel it or not.
true, definitely. That's well said. I can live with that. I can live with that. All right, love y'all. Peace.
Dodging snakes while I make it shake. It's not an option, ain't no eating off an empty plate. Steady pace, I gotta keep my lower self in line. You know the devil get to playing with an idle mind. I stay aligned while I'm mastering the 7 seals. I'm weeding out the people who don't keep it real. I'm getting mine and getting ghosts like a poltergeist. Fight through the pain like a samurai. Yes, I'm the man, show you right.
Nowadays in this game, ain't nobody safe. If you ain't down for the team, stay in your place. In my day, we used to mask up to hit a safe. Now niggas gotta mask up to save face. Niggas on the internet, thugging from a safe space. Never did shit, but got a lot to say about the greats. Now I'ma stay far away and celebrate the rest of my days like holidays. I hear a beat, I'm just trying to put my pain on it. Shitting on the game, I'm just trying to leave a stain on it. I miss my mama so much, I got pain, homie. Life was a parade until 2020 rained on it. No Lil Wayne, but the flow got flames on it. I ain't with a game, but my foes know I bang on them. Life is so fast, the shit won't last long. So much pressure on my mind, it's the same old song. I'm gone.
Dodging snakes while I make it shake. It's not an option, ain't no eating off an empty plate.